The Sentai Review, episode 146, Kamen Rider Hibiki.
Welcome to the Dan Hibiki Show, starring Dan Hibiki. We're going to be talking all things Dan Hibiki. Tonight's special guest is going to be Kamen Rider Hibiki.
We are back to Riders.
Yeah, finally. We've only been dealing with... technically, we've been dealing with riders. We've been riding with riders, but I mean...
Yeah, technically we've been dealing with shows and shows and shows and shows.
Look, we got to get those fucking shows out of the goddamn way so we can move on to other shows.
Yeah, we're so far behind. Like you say, yeah, finally we're going back to Riders, but we're really far in Riders. We're season 3 in shows.
Yeah.
Like, that's bad. We're 140 episodes in. We've covered 3 shows. That's it. Like, we are a Sentai Tokusatsu review that has covered 3.
No, we have covered...
And we did 2 movies.
Yeah, exactly. I was about to say, we've covered 3 3/4 of series.
Yeah.
2 fucking movies.
Well, technically you could
Technically speaking, almost 3 movies, but technically we still got to go back to the 2017 writers.
Well, then
yeah,
again,
Rangers,
it is 3 movies because it was the first Mighty Morphin Power Rangers movie, the new Mastered Power Rangers movie, the Turbo.
We didn't do the new movie.
Yeah, all we did
We did initial
impressions.
We did initial impressions.
We didn't do the official rating. Yeah.
We did talk about the movie the night we did it, but we said this is not a review. It is a we're excited first initial impressions, and we gave a score, but we promised to do an official viewing and dogging of the show later on when it came out on Blu-ray, because that's what we do here. Yeah. We talk, we analyze, and we dog the shit out of things that are dumb. And there are some things in that new movie that we need to dog.
Yeah.
Yeah, some of it we had covered. Others we've got to go back over.
So we've only covered
Nuns in a Bus.
Yeah, we've only covered 2 movies and hey, look, we just left the movie theater.
Yeah. And again, we still have 1/4 of a review left to do on Kamen Rider.
Seems like that one's taking a minute.
That's because I forgot to watch the episodes last time, so I said, fuck it, I've got Friday. I'll watch 10 episodes. I was like, I'll do all 20. It's not going to kill me. Oh, God, it's killing me. Scott, only do 10 episodes. I don't want to die, please. For the love of God.
Yeah, I was watching that review, and you were like, and then we're going to get on here, and I'm going to be like, we can knock out 10. Scott, just do 5. This show is so bad.
Yeah. I was like, no, done with this, no. Okay.
And it is.
But that's okay.
It's awful. I knew I wasn't going to catch up. But I said, maybe I should watch a couple of episodes. And I got onto that motherfucker and watched like the first 5, random, because YouTube's order is all fucked up.
Yep.
I see what you guys have been talking about.
Uh-huh.
So I watched like the first 5 episodes, and I'm like, what is happening? Because it's all out of order and fucked up, and the show's bad enough, let alone trying to match the continuity of what YouTube lays down. Because like 1 is 22, and like it's all fucked up.
Yeah, until you get to like episode 4, and then like 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8 are all okay, and then like 9 goes back to being like 16, and 10 is like 32, and you're like, son of a bitch. But that's okay. We do have one other extra episode that we do have to promise the fans. Welcome to the Sentai Review, episode 187, Bill and Michelle's wedding. Since it's a Tokusatsu Sentai wedding, that's going to have no Tokusatsu and Sentai to it.
Yeah, it's crazy how confused people were. Like, there's still people even now, because Michelle keeps telling people it's a Sailor Moon Power Rangers wedding. And I'm like, It's really not.
Yeah, exactly.
We're using the color scheme from Sailor Moon and the Rangers. All of us are showing up in a specific color. So somebody gets black, somebody gets yellow, somebody gets pink. Yeah, I found us a pink ranger. Alex, my nephew, is coming in pink.
Attaboy.
And so all the groomsmen are ranger colors. All the bridesmaids are sailor colors. But it is just a wedding. I mean, I made the invitation, and the invitation was Sailor Moon, but...
Right.
I was going to say, I'm not shaving my head and becoming Zordon for the wedding.
That would be amazing, by the way. The group photo...
Technically speaking, we could just put your ass in a bald cap. Call it a day. All you got to do is just shave the face.
I need to be in a tube as well, too. That's the problem.
It'd be funny to take, like, go to one of the hobby shops and find one of those see-through, just something.
Oh, Bill's got to go to work.
And just fold it around his head in a tube, and then take the picture with everybody.
That reminds me, I still need to get your.
Technically speaking, we'd have to find like a shitty card table and cut a hole in it for Scott
my
to poke
what?
just his head through.
I still gotta get your wig for your room skit that we're gonna take a picture of.
I'm lost.
Room skit.
We're wearing tuxedos. Somebody's gonna get a football. You're gonna wear a wig.
Oh my God.
Okay. Either way, this is not Sentai. So Seth's RO level.
Scott Action Jackson.
Me.
That's him.
Hey guys, I know you're about to get your podcast on, so I'll be quick. If at any time you feel like dropping your own opinion into what we're talking about, head on over to fandomnight.com, and all of the contact information for every single one of our shows, including the one you're about to watch, is there. All right, guys, I'll leave you alone.
Okay. It's going to be slightly different on my little screen here, but we're back. And we're going to go into Kamen Rider Hibiki, which hopefully that's the correct way to pronounce it, considering how some of these shows aren't.
It's Hibiki.
Yep.
I'm almost 100% positive there's not a difference. It's Hibiki.
Hibiki. All right.
Like I said, the Dan Hibiki show.
Well,
Talking all things Dan Hibiki.
We say Rider. That's technically wrong, but
Yeah,
everybody, it's weird. This is weird. This is another fan thing. This is a problem with fans.
Yeah.
They will jump your ass about Ranger. That word, Ranger. They will say it's Jurenja. It's not Ranger. There's no L sound. But if you say Rider, people just let that go.
Yep.
Why? What is, like, fans are weird, man. We bitch about dumb shit.
Yep.
And what's really weird is, like, some cases it's actually still shown as Masked Rider.
There's actually,
in some cases it's Kamen Rider.
There's
still
actually
shown.
something coming up that's another one of those fan crazes that's going to irritate you because it's not spelled this way. But there's I looked up the pronunciation.
I think it's the triple O. I think
that is not what it says.
It's not going to be O.
It's W. Go back real quick. Let me see the list of stuff just before we even get there.
I don't think I got that far yet. So
Is it Deno maybe?
There's one coming up that's like Kamen Rider 00 or something like that, and he is not 00 or whatever. He's W, like a W. So it's just like that cross.
Yeah.
That's not an X. That's cross.
over there it's a cross.
Right.
Kind of like there's an old running gag that thank God I wouldn't have known this if I never would have watched Azumanga Daioh. So thank God for AMV Hell to make me watch that fucking show.
That show's so wild.
But literally, there's an episode where
I still need to watch it.
The
Dude,
girls
it's
are in
amazing.
English class, right? So of course they're
They're
Japanese.
in an English class.
Well, yes.
Well, yeah, they're
yeah.
required to take English.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you meant the actual language English, but
No, we
Yes.
oh, it is the actual
It's
language.
Yes.
like how
Okay.
you have to learn German or Spanish
No,
in high school.
no.
Okay.
Over here now is for our area and most of America. Like I was already told that Gwen is required Spanish class. It's no longer something you take. It's
Right.
required learning.
Yeah.
Children must be bilingual now. It is something that is required by the state.
Yep.
So And it's just like over there are some areas in Japan where it is required, most areas in Japan,
Right.
it is required to take a secondary English course like English, and that's the most common one that I know of that
I was
they
gonna
take.
say, in Japan, I think English should be like a third or fourth language at least, or
I would not
Yeah,
I
that
would
wouldn't
not
surprise me.
speculate to guess, but I know that it's very common because when I was there, most of the signs have English written, kind of like how we have Spanish written under everything. There's a lot of English written under everything. So while I was
Yeah.
there, I could make my way around and I could read things, but then there's the translation stuff.
Yeah.
And that is weird. Like, I saw weird stuff while I was there, like pictures, and then under it would say, like, the children man. And I was like, what the fuck does that mean?
Right.
Like, because I have no clue what that guy is or what the idea behind him is or anything like that. And then it would say things like, something like, dangerous crossing street, pedestrian electrocution or electrocution or something like that. And that was like, those were the English that's the English that was underneath the weird, the part that I couldn't read. And I was like, so does that mean the street electrocutes me? I don't understand what's happening right now.
Well, that's because most other languages, like English is one of those fucked up languages where the same word can have like multiple meanings to it. So like the word two. Which two did I just use? Did I use "Are you coming too?" Or is that yours too? Or did I say like "Give me 2 burritos"? Which two did I just use? And there's another one. Which is which?
Exactly.
Whereas most other languages, there's a different word for each single fucking one of those. So that's part of the problem. But again, like I said, just for a quick aside, that's taken us 20 fucking minutes now.
It's fan shit.
There's a joke in Azumanga Daioh where they're going over letters and colors. And they're making a joke, and they said, okay, well, what about blue 3? Because it's blue 3.
Are you sure you weren't going to go on the whole gray with E and A?
No. Literally blue 3, because if you say it in the Japanese language, they make a joke out of it because blue 3 in English as a Japanese person sounds like Bruce Lee. So they made a joke about how blue 3 is the toughest of them all. He would fuck up blue 1 and blue 2.
Right.
So there's little jokes like that where, like I said, you would think it would be one way, but it's not. It's because of the way that they pronounce it, sadly.
No, I just find fan stuff funny because we do it too. We do it too. We'll see something and we'll complain, and then we'll see something in something else that's the same damn thing, and we're okay with it. It's fan shit, man.
All right, let's hop into this first one.
Considering the fact that there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, fucking really, like 17 of these motherfuckers?
Yeah, but considering that most of the time I've been doing like a handful.
1 or 2 per, yeah, I know, but still it's like, good lord.
Now, if I'm not mistaken, everything here is key until you get pretty much. What I'm trying to say is that, like, you get used to saying, like,
something key.
You get used to saying Kai, because that's a normal thing over there. Something is you get the idea.
Yeah.
Like the top one looks like it is Bankai.
But it's Banki, if I'm not mistaken.
Banki? Bankai? Banki?
Well, no, I'm almost certain it's Bankai, but that's just because I watched a lot of Bleach, because that show was cool until it wasn't.
But Kai
'Cause it
is
went
AI.
Goddamn shonen. Yeah, I know.
Because we know Dragon Ball Kai. So.
Yep.
Right,
exactly.
and Sentai and things like that. And Hentai. Woo!
Anyway.
You mean pervert? Because that's what that means is pervert.
I know what it means.
Anyway, Kamen Rider Bankai.
I associate with it.
Yep, so do I, because that's what I am.
4 pictures. Yay! 4 pictures. Okay. Open with.
Yep. You really need to just tell it, choose another app, and then tell it to do it automatically. That way it doesn't go into that one stupid thing. But
well,
I did that. It doesn't help.
Seriously?
It fixed it for like a day.
And
then for some reason, Windows 10 just put it back to what it wanted.
God damn it, Windows 10. Okay, well, yeah, we've got this man who looks like he's got a face hugger on his head.
Yeah.
No, I think it might just be the picture, though. Like, he's not terrible looking, but I think it's just the picture because it's hard to
Yeah.
I feel
see
like a
everything.
face hugger is eating a predator.
Yeah.
That's what I feel like happened here. I feel
Yeah.
like a predator looked into the egg like an idiot. It jumped up and grabbed his face, and then we got a rider.
Next. When the
Cartoon chibi.
little.
You don't get that
chibi-ish.
off your face, it's going to mature.
And he's got this
He has
guitar-like weapon.
he has an electric guitar sword.
That rocks.
It's not quite an axe.
Oh shit! Oh shit!
What?
We'll get to it.
He ain't going to take no shit. That face hugger burst from his
No,
chest.
I just remembered something from gathering these images. And
Don't
I'm like,
bother
we'll
me.
get to
Move
it.
on.
Okay,
Next.
Fuck
keep
this
going.
guy.
Oh,
Okay.
Yeah.
I will say it's kind of cool that he's like rocking, but you know, now I'm feeling like this is trying to be heavy metal, and I guess that's cool. But just because you steal the imagery of Iron Maiden doesn't mean you're as cool as Iron Maiden.
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, obviously this is a toy figure, but I'm guessing the design itself is going to be similar to the main guy. Next. Back view.
Yep, that's fine.
Yeah.
Move on.
I think that's it.
Oh, there was only
Next.
4, so yeah.
Okay, Kamen Rider Predator Face Hugger Kiss for me is about, I don't know, 3.8. He's all right.
Okay. Shit, my phone's over there charging. Scotty, give me a phone.
Specifically a phone. It doesn't even have to be
I'm getting to the
like
calculator,
your
so-
phone. Just any phone you could possibly get your hands
Okay,
on.
there we go. And then we got okay, so there's a 3.8. He's not. I mean, for some reason, like all we had were the toys, so I don't even know if like this dude's legit or if he's one of those like.
He could very well just
Fan
be like
things?
he could be like a Gunpla thing. That's
Yeah.
what I tried to make obviously clear when we went over Gundam is that
Yeah, this
there's a
first
lot
one.
of things in Japan. Gundam does it all the time, and almost every other show does it too. There are variants that come out in toy and model form all the time, and Rider is one of the things that has this a lot. Every Rider has about 5 or 6 different toys that are actually concepts that were never in the show, never in the books, never
Which we
utilized
came
in
across
any
some of
way.
those, so.
You mean
Yes.
like half of our Turtles toys, where you had like the Donatello? who was
Half?
Like
Keep going.
true, but you know what I mean. Like,
99.8%.
yeah, but I mean,
But our Batman fell. Remember,
Yeah,
you
Batman
could
did
when we were
hardcore,
growing
yeah.
up. When we were growing up, it was impossible to buy Batman.
Yep.
A standard Batman.
It was not possible. There was no just blue and gray or black and gray. That Batman did not exist for us in our childhood.
You
When
either
I
got
got
a scuba Batman or
yeah, there was
Yeah.
Scuba, Electric, Jungle Batman. Like there was every Batman you could
Shit,
possibly
I remember
imagine.
having Batman Beyond before Batman Beyond ever came out.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I mean. There was
Yeah.
1,000 different Batmans of 1,000 different colors, but no fucking Batman. When I was an adult, they released a new toy, and that new toy was just Batman from the animated series, and it cost like $110, and I almost bought it just because it was Batman, and I couldn't get one when I was a kid. There was no Batman toy for
Yep.
me.
But yeah, I mean, even if he is simply just a toy, like, considering the fact that, once again, I'm a fan of Spawn, and most of what he looks like is kind of Spawn,
I could see that.
I'm kind of going to agree with that 3.8. Like, you're right, he's supposed to be heavy metal man. Some of it looks dumb, like the fucking bands going around his arms and across his back.
That's why I referred him to Kiss. Because
Yeah.
Kiss was famous for being kind of dumb heavy metal. Not that their music was dumb,
But the costume.
but some
Yeah.
of their costumes, and that's just the age that we got to grow up in. I'm sure that it was cool for you, whoever's really mad at my comment I just made, but today, when you're wearing giant silver stiletto boots with spike collars, you're not really cool.
Right. Yes, and even zooming in on the boots, yes, Scott, that's basically what it is. That's like 90s industrial heavy metal grunge boots. That's what they've got him in. So yeah, again, I agree with that 3.8 wholeheartedly.
I'm going 3.5.
Okay, and then we do, no, not multiply, divide. God damn it. By the 3, he got a 3.7, so that's not terrible for him. Not for a start, anyway.
Next is Dankai. Dankai?
It's Ki. Almost
Dankai.
everything here is Ki. Nothing is Kai.
Yep.
Okay. With... Huh.
Next.
Yeah, that's, yeah.
Next.
Hey, look, an actual action. Okay, so yeah, he was legit.
Okay, look, I'm going to say something. This stuff
This looks like one of those Psycho Rangers.
This stuff is not bad.
Yeah.
What I'm looking at here is not bad, but I'm going to say something. This just seems very forced. How do I put this? When did this come out? This is 2005, isn't it?
Let me check.
Yeah, I think so.
2005, 2006.
I'm going to guess that because of the way our media will often influence theirs and vice versa, that our 90s craze was probably hitting them around here, and this shit is edgy for the sake of being edgy.
Yep.
I get this feeling like this was not a design purpose, and it was not a concept that somebody really cared about. It was exactly what happened to Batman.
Yep.
Exactly what happened with the Spawn thing. Exactly what happened with there was so many movies that were coming out at the time and series that were edgy for the sake of being edgy. Even when we started talking about the Spider-Man movie, the first concepts of the Spider-Man movie were debating just starting him in the black suit because they were like, "Oh, red and blue is dumb." People were like that at the time. They were in this harsh mentality, like Daredevil is a dark hero that then ended up getting a really bad script that was edgy for the sake of being edgy for no real purpose, and that's what hurt the movie. Yeah. And it was the same thing with stupid Catwoman. We didn't need that stupid costume or that stupid script. That was them trying to be sexy edgy for the sake of being sexy edgy, but it didn't actually add anything to it, and had they worked on the script instead of that awful fucking costume, we may have got something. Halle Berry is a tremendous actress, but when the script calls for you to rub catnip on your face, purr, and make it serious, there's nothing you can fucking do. Nothing. Yep. You are doomed to failure before the project ever began.
Yep.
And there's something here, the way these guys are looking, they don't seem like these are design choices. They seem like this is a fashion choice. Yep. Like they're falling into some edgy territory that they had to go with.
Yeah, but you say that, but I'm looking at this and I'm like, he does look like one of the Psycho Rangers from in space.
Kinda, yeah.
I guess, but when was that?
Oh, when was in space?
Technically, aren't we on in space now? So whenever Turbo got over. If Shane was here, he'd be able to tell us, but he got forced to go into work, so he
and it would be the year before that, even.
Yeah, it's true.
But yeah, the way I'm looking at this, some of the helmet design, even the gloves, and black, that seems a lot similar to some of the Psycho Rangers attires, except for different colors. But yeah, aside from that, yeah, there's the whole
true.
90s.
But the more I'm looking at him, the more I'm getting more of a Batman vibe off of him. Like, look at the knee pads. Look at the shin pads. He's got kick pads on his boots.
And comic books fell into this problem during the 90s and early 2000s, too. All these characters were remade to be edgy or super world sexy. Remember the Invisible Woman? Look, the Invisible Woman is sexy by design, okay? She's your modern blonde bombshell figure. That's what she always was. Even in her original conception, maybe not today's standards, but she had the little perm hair thing. She was blonde, blue eyes, tall, super bomb body. That's a thing of comic books. Every guy is super ripped. Every woman is super fit. That's just part of the fantasy. But in the 90s, we took it to the extreme. And have you noticed that there's no woman in the 90s that could stand up straight? Yeah. Every woman in the history of comic books in the early 90s, early 2000s had to have their hips cocked to one side or the other. Like they had a misalignment in their back, and no matter what, they just couldn't stand up right. And they gave the Invisible Woman a type of weird open stomach, and the 4 was not there. It was a cleavage window.
Yep.
The 4 wasn't on her chest. It was cut out of the costume so you could see more. And we did this with characters in the 90s, and it was this forced edginess crap that really hurt everything. And I'm telling you, I see it here. This doesn't feel natural to the rest of what we've seen, and it doesn't feel like a direction choice. It feels like forced imagery.
Yeah, because like I said, he's wearing kick pads on his shins. He's got armor plating on his knees and on his thighs. He's got shoulder pads.
Remember what they did to Wonder Woman?
Oh, God, don't even...
The biker outfit? That happened.
Yep.
She wasn't even safe from the 90s.
I'm just wondering if this guy in the picture up here is who's actually in the costume.
I'd say it's a good chance of it. I don't see why it wouldn't be.
I think it's like some kind of scientist that it looks like, at least from what I can tell.
Either way, we spent way too much time on this photo.
Next.
You know what else I'm seeing?
It's probably the same thing I'm seeing.
There's-
He's wearing basically Ivy's corset with some extra leather.
No, remember, look, I keep going back to comics, but remember in the comics, everybody had to have belts and pockets in the 90s?
Yep.
Everybody had 30 pockets and 20 belts and chest belts and arm belts and leg belts and belt belts and... look at him. He's got a belt here, a strap here, 2 things on his hands, 2 things on his arms, this thing's going across his shoulders, that's coming off of here. Belts and pockets and bells and whistles and edgy and...
And he's got belts on his wrists that are covering up the fact that his gloves look like they've got built-in punching daggers, like he's supposed to be the Shredder crossed with Wolverine.
He looks kind of cool, but I would ask you to compare this. There is a difference between being edgy, forced cool and being simply sleek, well-designed cool. And here's who I'm going to tell you to reference. Look at this guy. This feels forced cool. It wasn't a design decision. It was like, he needs more spikes and belts and shit.
Yep.
Then, look at Gray Fox, Cyborg Ninja, Metal Gear Solid. That is design cool.
Yep.
There's a difference.
Next. That's kind of cool.
Yeah.
It is.
But considering the fact that it's promotional art, they can literally go through and touch it up as need be.
It does look cool. I just can't get it out of my head that this feels like 90s comics forced cool.
Bill, you want some help with that? Look at his gloves. He's wearing Batman surgical gloves.
No, because he's got the little gauntlet things, which also have spikes and blades, and he's got wrist belts and side belts and suspender half boob cover belts and.
Yeah. Oh my God! They took
face belts.
They took the Dolph's He-Man costume.
Nah.
They repurposed part of the costume.
No, he couldn't fit in it. The Dolph is too cool.
Next. Chibi.
Eh.
Chibi cartoon version.
Eh.
What has he got? Like some weird weapons.
I like that he has the ninja feet, though.
Yeah.
I can't remember what that's called off the top. Tabi. Is it?
Yeah.
Is it? It's. I think it's Tabe, isn't it?
I think it is. Yeah.
Next. Okay. So that's it.
because he does have that weird weapon
Yeah.
on his back. It probably is like almost like Goku's spear type of thing. Like he pulls it off in the two pieces and puts it together, and then he can power pull extend.
Which we saw that already with the pirate dude. We kind
Yeah.
of had indication that that's what was going on with him.
All right. So score this mofo.
Oh, fuck. 3.8 because I really feel like this is forced cool, not design cool.
I'm still at a 3.8 because basically this is the upgraded form that we saw first. All
Right.
they did is they changed the blue to yellow and added some extra shit on the toy.
Actually, I think I'll repeat. 3.8.
Oh,
Okay, well, that's
okay.
fine.
Well, then, yeah, that makes sense.
So far this guy's winning.
Yeah.
All right. Next up is
Look, if all of them stay about the
Iki?
same, that means they're all going to be slightly less than 4.
Is that Ike? That might...
Iki?
Might
Ike?
be.
Anyway, 4 pictures. Windows.
Opening programs.
Oh,
It's the same thing, only he's a Wolf Fang Fist now. Give Yamcha 2, move along. No, technically I'm being too rough on him. Technically give it a 3. Because in this series it's the same thing that we've seen so far. I'm already done with this guy.
now that he's purple, I'm remembering the bad guy from Reboot.
Oh, Mega Frame? Or no, that's
Only
that's that
face.
place. No.
I don't know why, it
No,
just popped in my
Mainframe
head.
is the place.
Yeah, Mainframe is the place. I can't think of the name. Megabyte, I think.
Megabyte, yeah.
Yeah.
He doesn't actually look like that guy, but
with
for
that-
some reason that
but
strung
yeah,
the
yeah,
imagery
yeah.
in my head.
No, yeah, as soon as he said it, I was like, no, I kind of see it.
Next.
You know what?
And now he's got the greens everywhere.
Yeah.
And technically, that's more of an off-ship brown.
Blue is cooler, 3.7.
Yeah, me and Bill are already done with this guy. Do you want to keep...
No, just go through the pictures.
go
There's
through
no
the
reason
photos,
not to
but-
see him.
Next.
I wonder if that symbol means something on his head. It almost has to.
I think
the
it
face,
does.
The face thing looks like it carries over on all of them so far.
That's what I'm getting at.
Yeah.
That has to mean something.
Next. Chibi with the sticks.
I like his weapons.
No, you said it wrong. He's got sticks. Holy crap! No, go back.
but
to
now he's
Chibi
just
real
wearing
quick.
boots.
Zoom in on the one that's on the right, at the very top. Are those actually cattle prods? Is that what he's beating the shit out of you with?
No, I think, and I can't see it exactly, but those look like little fists at the end of his sticks.
It'd be cooler if they were like cattle prod tasers.
Let's move on
Like
from this guy.
Smack.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, he's done.
Yeah, he's
Read-
done.
I'm kind of feeling.
Oh
I'm
yeah,
kind
what'd
of.
you say it was again, Scotty?
What?
What'd you give him for a score?
I haven't yet.
Oh, okay.
kind of feeling like I'm getting a little tired of fucking reject Shredder here.
Yeah, no, I kind of feel you there.
3.2.
2, okay, then we divide by the thing. 3.3, moving on.
Okay, next is Go-Uki?
It's Goki
Goki? I see a U in there, so it's like, huh? Alright.
or Gauki. I'm not. It could have been Gauki.
That might be Gauki.
Now that's actual purple.
Changed his faceplate is the biggest thing that happened here.
Change his faceplate and slightly the color.
Oh, I hate him.
Let's go next.
I hate him. Yep, sorry.
Chibi.
Sorry, massive hate right now.
Well,
It's
Chibi
not his
clears
fault.
something, but-
Somebody else's fault.
Next.
Oh, fucking hate him. Yep, no love. Here, I'm sorry if this ruins him for you, but look at his face here.
He reminds me of Ganondorf.
Not me.
Nope.
He reminds me
of a movie that was really, really good until they revealed what the creature looked like. Remember the first Jeepers Creepers? Where it has that really good, solid atmosphere, and then they reveal what the guy actually looks like instead of him being shrouded in the darkness and everything. He turns around, he's dumb looking with the fucking face fins, and for some reason now that's all I see.
That's okay. In the first couple of images,
and he also
his
reminds
dumbass was looking like a fucking fucking Shadow the Hedgehog OC.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that one, he looks like a Shadow the Hedgehog OC. It's like,
he's
what the
also
fuck?
kind of reminding me of the Super Shredder, which is also a negative, because the Super Shredder is one of the biggest letdowns of our childhood.
Yeah, fair enough on that.
Not that he wasn't cool looking.
He was disappointing.
He's disappointing.
Yeah, we got, all of like 2 minutes with him before he killed his own dumbass self?
And he's disappointing all the time. For everybody that wants to reference that movie, I would point you in the directions of the video games as well. When you get to the Super Shredder, he transforms into the Super Shredder. What's he do? He shoots a blue fire across the ground, move down. He shoots a green line across the ground, move up. He
does more in the game than he did in the movie.
But he still does nothing. He teleports around, but he doesn't teleport instantly. You can watch where he's going, move up or down. You can beat the Shredder on hard difficulty without ever taking a hit, being a moderate level player. He's a goddamn joke.
Yeah.
And when you beat him, how did you beat him? He fell over a pole. Oh, dead. And then he comes out and he's like, I'm in the movie. Smack logs. And then some fucking wood falls on him. Dead. Then we move on to the toy. And everybody said, cool, man. Remember when you bought the Super Shredder toy? I don't know if you remember this, but I was huge into them Ninja Turtles. The Shredder was a tall, lanky, kind of creepy looking mug because he was based on the comic books. Then you bought the Super Shredder, and he was a small, bulky, weird, fat thing, which was also not fucking cool. So every time we got the Super Shredder, in any time he ever showed up, he was fucking disappointing. And now I'm feeling disappointed.
Disappointment continues.
Disappointed!
So what's the disappointing scores we're going to give it?
I'm at a 3.6. I just keep dropping with this guy. Every form I'm seeing, he feels forced.
Yeah, I'm down to a 3 now.
This doesn't feel like it was a design aspect. It feels like they were forced to do something edgy.
I'm definitely dropping it lower, 2.5.
And I'm real curious now. The guy that came before him and the guy that came after him, I'm wanting to see them
side by side.
Because I'm curious now. I feel like this guy was forced.
You'll get to see probably some of that, considering that there's some group pictures.
He's got some group photos, so more than likely.
So
3.0, technically 3 repeating, so 3.03, since we stop at the second decimal point.
Next up is Habataki. And
are you fucking kidding me? Birdman. Fucking really? He looks like a reject wizard who was so sad he couldn't make it into He-Man toys.
How about I try making it a little bit better by next? So that's a flute?
Giant flute Birdman. Reject wizard.
You already heard my comment. I dropped the mic. I'm done.
Next. Yep, it's a flute. At least the costume's better.
Oh, I disagree totally. I think he looks dumber, and I think his weapon... Look, dragon flute, dragon dagger, that's kind of cool. I don't know why it's cool. It shouldn't be cool. By everything that we've ever seen with musical weapons, in terms of these shows, they've almost always been fucking dumb. This is not an exception. That's fucking dumb. But for some reason, the dragon flute worked. I don't know why the dragon flute works. And in Sailor Moon, they get away with it because there's something feminine about the aspect. So when they attack you with harp music attack thing, it works. But like you give a ranger a harp and it's dumb.
You know why dragon flute works though? Because dragon flute commands Godzilla. That's the only reason it works.
There's something about
ties into Godzilla.
There's something about being a small dagger that's not over. I don't know. This is dumb. And most of the music weapons we've ever seen in these shows are dumb.
No, this is not dumb. This is completely fucking ignorant. That's what this is.
Next.
Why? And then let's make it even better. Technically, there's a spear tip at the end of it. So now you've got a musical spear. Woo! I got a musical spear. Why don't you come over and blow me a song?
Next.
I feel like these guys were designed for some stupid cliche ninja video game. Like, I'm sorry, once again, stupid forced edginess. Ryu Hayabusa, Ninja Gaiden, when they redesigned his outfit, that is not design cool, that is forced cool. There was nothing wrong with the blue ninja outfit and how hard-ass and cool he'd been for an entire fucking run of video games, and then all of a sudden they were like, creepy, crazy face mask, and then they did all the leather and the straps and the fucking belts, and who cares? That is forced cool.
Next.
Look, all it...
Oh.
Just like I said.
Yep.
Birdman.
Yep.
Next.
But of course, when I dropped the mic, I gave this idiot a 1. You know what's great? 0.5. And a hardcore case of deja vu.
Oh, and just before the comments fucking blow the fuck up, I know that was fucking Hawkman.
2.
And he gets a fucking 1. Dumb.
So this man got himself a 1.17.
He might have gotten better had we seen him earlier, but I'm already looking at all the forced crap.
Yeah.
And
So,
he just
way,
is more of it.
Hibiki. Oh.
You sons of...
Okay, armed form first. Because we gotta be armed.
Because apparently we're doing this in alphabetical order, so yep, instead of base form.
That's the way it's sorted, and it makes it easier for our editing process.
Yeah, it's true.
See, once again, I get this, like... He kind of feels like a Ninja Turtle enemy.
Yeah.
That's not necessarily a bad thing. It's just there's something about him that feels like he would have fit in the 2000 Turtles as a bad guy. Maybe the master ninja right-hand man of the Shredder. That's what I get when I look at him. That's what he feels like, which is not necessarily a bad thing. If you replace that thing on his belt buckle with the symbol of the foot, he might have been really cool. And he kind of is really cool. I guess I can't shit on him, but I still feel like this is forced cool.
Bitch. Why did you have to point out the belt buckle? Because the way he was looking at first, he was just kind of looking like somebody doing like a Gundam cosplay. I was like, all right, that's kind of cool. Then you point out the belt buckle, and homeboy has foam buff muscles.
Well, yeah, I did. That's
so. Once again, we're going with the forced cool of the fucking Flash from the Smallville universe. God.
Wait. You mean the 90s
you're talking,
Flash?
Yeah, you're talking. Yeah,
still 90s Flash. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just that this is. Okay, here's the thing. Had that been an armor piece down there with the fake muscles, and oh man, I know people love Shazam. that costume for the new upcoming Shazam is fucking
foam.
garbage.
Yeah.
If he couldn't be big enough to play the role, he should have simply not been hired, or you should have just dealt with the fact that he wasn't going to be as big as your Superman. Fake muscles are fucking dumb. The only time fake muscles work, and I still don't think they work, but the only time they work is when they're in armor.
Yep.
Like when you look at the bat suit and it's plated and it has the little abs that aren't real abs, but you accept it because you know what that is.
Yep.
You know that it's an armor piece, a cover piece. That's fine. This is not. Foam muscles are always dumb.
Yep.
There's only one purpose the foam muscles serve. One, because it's funny when Shane wears the fake muscle He-Man suit. Or two, when your little kid wants to be a buff Superman instead of that terrible paper costume that I got when I was a kid, when I was a very skinny, sad Superman, with a mask that had the rubber band that constantly broke off after the first fucking house.
Yep.
Next. Oh.
That's really cool. The dude is cool looking,
Yeah.
but I can't get away from the fact that it feels forced and not designed.
Next. Chibi.
Meh.
He's got a sword.
We've all got swords.
He's got his Spider-Man booties.
Oh yeah, they kind of do look like that.
Next.
Eh.
Eh.
He just looks. He looks like a Ninja Turtles bad guy. I don't know how else to put it.
Yeah.
Next.
Or something off the new Ninja Gaiden stuff. Since they brought it, since he went to the Xbox, this has been the look of Ninja Gaiden.
Yeah.
This is what they are. They're all like over exuberant leather bound armor ninjas.
Next. Explosions. Next.
Hey,
Okay.
look, I think we're done.
There's
Yeah,
another thing that's going to hurt this guy. People are going to say, well, just wait till you see him in motion. I got bad news for you. I think when I see him in motion, I'm going to spend most of my time laughing.
Yeah.
Here's why. When you have guys like this that are armored in a show like this, the biggest problem is that the armor is usually plastic or foam, and it bends and looks funny.
Mm-hmm.
And oftentimes I spend most of my time laughing at the way these guys look in motion, because I can notice when like something hits their shoulder blade and their shoulder blade scrunches or something. Like,
Yep.
I do that all the time when I watch Ranger shows. Because
kind of like at least I got some enjoyment out of Q Ranger, because they're literally swinging around like the plastic toy swords,
right,
and they go.
You can
across,
watch them
and you
wobble.
Can watch them like wobble and bend and shit. And I'm like,
You
at
suspend.
least I know what I'm getting into.
I suspend my disbelief and I laugh and have a good time, but I can't help but realize that without a doubt it's happening. Like, and now we're sitting here on the on the PlayStation screen.
I think we're on HDMI 3.
That was awesome.
There we go. So somebody turned on the PlayStation. Don't know what I'm talking about. My dick.
So I'm giving him a 3.8.
I'm at a 3.5. He's at least stepped it up from some of the others, but at the same time, I can't even get him. He's okay. Look, he's a lot better than some of the others that we've seen, especially after we just got done with stupid Birdman. But for God's sakes, once again, the foam fake muscles. And again, you're absolutely right. I can see it now. The fucking shine from the plastic. He's gonna move and bend and break and fall apart, even though he's supposed to be. I'm steel. I'm made of steel. I'm a god. Nothing can touch me, because forced edginess.
Either that, or he doesn't actually take hits in a way that would show it. Because I've seen the other guys, like the biggest thing I laughed about, and I let it go. But I laughed my ass off every single time that the Centurion is on the camera. Because his shoulders, they wobble and sway as he walks, and they're not actually solid. And like his costume, you could tell that it's hard for the guy to move because it's stupid, cheap, rough plastic, and like that sometimes adds to his character, and other times it just looks really goofy, and we suspend our disbelief because we know what this show is.
Right.
But I feel like I'm going to spend a good portion of my time laughing at the way this armor restricts him rather than helps him.
Yep. Kind of like stormtroopers running around.
Yeah, I laugh at them too because their armor is not just cheap in a way. How do I put this? Stormtrooper armor is not just cheap in the way that rocks and arrows kill them in the 6th movie, but it is legitimately cheap and sad because when they walk around, you can see that it's just like rubber.
Yep.
you can visually see how cheap it is in every
and it's
scene.
especially shitty if you're wearing like a stormtrooper outfit and you gotta piss.
Right.
Ask Ralph Garman about that one.
Yep.
It's kind of like when you're in a Star Trek movie and the zipper's in the back and somebody's got to follow you around all day to let you out to take a piss.
William Shatner had to ask and receive help for pissing. Because the zipper was in the back. And we're talking about the first movie costume.
Yep.
The zipper's in the back, and they have to be zipped down and then across the belt in order for... So you had to go and say, I have to pee, and somebody would have to unzip you and follow you to the bathroom so that you could pee so they could do you back up.
Yep.
Oh, 3.6. I'm done with this guy.
I'm sitting here, I'm like, who didn't I get a score from?
It was me.
Okay. Excuse me. That's a damn good score. 3.63. And my apologies. We did our usual thing of going and getting Hardee's before here.
All right, now for the Hibiki form. The damn
so
Hibiki.
Base form. Again, now that I saw it previously, I see all the fake foam muscles and all the cheap plastic all over everything.
This is something that happens.
Scheme isn't terrible.
This is something that happens in these shows, okay? We get that.
Yeah.
I think that's the reason spandex is chosen, honestly.
Right.
Because they know... I think a good portion of designers know that it's goofy to have fake muscles, so they just deal with the fact that they say, hey, these guys are super strong because spandex, and then we just let it go.
Yeah.
Next.
Although, technically speaking, riders have almost always been in leather, but I mean, even if they would have dropped it down to, like, pleather, that shit's still close enough to spandex, we would fucking accept it.
I feel like you're spending a lot of time on this guy, and I've already given him a 3. He's just, he's there. He's got devil horns.
Next.
Cool, I guess.
Come at me, bro.
Well, technically, the last one had devil horns, too, but that's because that's an upgraded version.
Right.
Although, actually, go back one real quick.
Oop.
Yeah, there we go. Okay. No, back to 4. Because I guess you'd fucked up and went back to 3 on accident. The mask, it's like the all of the shit in the faceplates, kind of reminding me of, I can't remember which Spider-Man it is. I think it's $20.99. Okay, so yeah. So that's actually kind of sweet. And at least in this, like with the way that the purple and shit looks and the fact that he's not super over-designed, you could tell that it's not only fake fucking abs, but it's like fake, pecs and shit too. So, since it is a little bit more goofier, I can at least accept it a little bit more, especially since it's the standard what you would expect for a rider, which is leather with slight armament pieces.
Next.
This I accept a lot more.
And a motorcycle.
Crap, he actually has a legit Harley.
Yeah, that's probably fake.
Yeah, it's kind of true. But
because from what I understand, the whole rider concept is out the window from now on. Sometimes they have bikes, sometimes they have jets, sometimes they have cars, sometimes or different things like that. But from what I understand, the rider idea of him being a motorcycle-toting hard-ass is pretty much dead forever now. Even the new guys, from what I understand, are not necessarily motorcycle-riding badasses.
I was going to say, I know in some other ones I've been gathering, I have seen riders with motorcycles.
Which is fine, but you're also going to see cars and helicopters and jets. And
But saying that they don't use motorcycles, that's a damn lie.
No, I said the concept of them being motorcycle riding hardasses are out the door. It's just like Ghost Rider. The motorcycle days are done. They come around every now and then, but the Ghost Rider, anything he rides is what he rides. Just because Johnny Blaze was so famous and he was the guy that rode around on a motorcycle, people assume that that's what the rider is, and it's not.
Yeah.
The Ghost Rider can ride anything.
Remember
There's even
the India one that has the fucking dead elephant?
There's
mammoth.
There's a ghost rider that rode a train in one of the comic books, and it was a giant flaming crazy train.
Yeah.
There was a guy that rode a skeleton horse. There was a guy that rode an elephant.
Yep.
And the guy currently right now rides a car, because whatever they get in that they ride, they are a rider.
Oh, it's a Honda, not a Harley. Okay.
No, I know. But
So
yeah,
you will
that's
see
kinda
motorcycles.
Like when people gave the second Ghost Rider movie a bunch of shit because he jumps into that giant fucking crane thing and it actually lights on fire and shit like that, and they're like, "Oh, it's so stupid." It's like, you've never read a fucking comic book, have you?
That's something they do. Anything they ride is contracted to be changed like they are.
That's the reason why it is that the women ride them.
Oh my. No, all these guys, some of these guys are going to have motorcycles, but don't get too attached to the idea because it's dead.
Yeah.
Next.
Cherry blossom.
Yeah, damn it, dude. I was just thinking that.
I've been doing that all day long because, there's a couple of cherry blossom trees, as I'm driving home from work, and I'll see them, I'm like, gonna eat the cherry blossom.
That dude ate his own eyeball. He was a bad
he
motherfucker.
Didn't even eat his own. He slurped that motherfucker up like it was a meatball with a piece of spaghetti hanging off it.
Dude, you've never seen Little Ninja Eye. I can tell by your face he doesn't know what we're talking. Little Ninja Eye all the way.
Man.
Next. All right. That's it for the Hibiki base form.
Yeah, fuck this guy. Give him a 3. I'm starting to fall into hater
3.6.
territory, but I'm getting tired of this guy.
3.3.
You remember when Rangers upgraded and they changed?
3.3 altogether. Yeah.
I get that people get tired of this.
I remember when they threw glitter and they called it changing.
Which was stupid.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. I know people don't like this. But remember when our Rangers upgraded to Zeo and they changed, and then they upgraded to Turbo and they changed? I realized that those were other shows that we put our guys in. And I realized that we still do that with things like Megaforce and Super Megaforce. Those were two different Ranger teams, and then we claimed they were the same guys getting upgrades. But when you upgrade, you should significantly change.
Yep.
Or else I don't give a fuck about your upgrade.
I want to say it looks like Korean.
The PlayStation 2, when it became the PlayStation 3, it looked different.
Korenai form?
Korenai.
It's cut an eye.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
It's cut an eye.
It's red.
Hey, look. The Red Ranger stumbled onto the wrong set. Next.
Next.
Yep, wrong folder. Oh, well.
Okay, Kamen Rider Carnage, he gets a 3-2.
Next. He gets some flames.
Yep, go back to Ninja Gaiden.
Next.
Good.
He gets toasted.
Good.
Next.
You know, the other thing I'm think of when I see this guy is I think really horrific, forced, edgy Mega Man.
I can kind of see it.
There's a fireman in a blue. He feels like a Mega Man character. He's like, now I'm red because I'm fire. Now I'm blue because I'm water. Like,
oh boy, it's a Mega Man.
Kamen Rider Hibiki, crazy.
Of course, if it was actually Mega Man, it might actually be, I don't know.
Cool.
Good.
Next.
He's dragging on me real hard the more we see him.
3.4. It's pretty much the same shit.
3.5.
And then you gave him a 3.
Remember when Spawn...
Hey, look, it's a 3.3. I don't even have to finish it up.
And you compared this guy to Spawn, which I could see some Spawn detail, but remember when Spawn changed and he I don't fucking know, changed?
Yeah, he went from looking like fucking Captain Britain colors to, actual fucking Spawn that we know and love now, where he's, I don't know, mostly black with little bits of white, so he can actually.
And he got that big ass red boot thing.
Yeah.
That's so dumb and so cool. That big red boot.
Time, yeah.
It is. It's so awesome because it's just so ridiculous.
Kamen Rider Hibiki?
Ibuki.
Ibuki?
Yeah.
I believe it's Ibuki.
See, and I remember when
Blue.
I remember when these images used to keep my attention and not make me look out the window where I keep getting blinded by the sun reflecting off my windshield on my truck.
He's blue and he wishes he had Cyclops powers, but he doesn't, so put your fucking hand down before Cyclops comes in here and actually browns.
Next. Oh.
Yeah, I don't care.
Yeah,
He's got a stupid chest vest Klingon coat.
No, what he has in his
the
hand.
fucking trumpet gun.
I know, I see it,
Yeah.
and it's just as dumb as the last music weapon.
Next.
Yep.
Next.
Ass.
Next.
I was about to say, play me some music, Scat Man.
Are you fucking throwing up the horns?
Nope.
Oh, over here to the side? Dude, I swore he was doing this. I was about to be like, no.
Yeah.
But no, he's doing kung fu thing.
Oh my god, am I the only one that noticed that?
What?
The leather in his gloves actually gives him fingernails.
Yeah, that is kind of wild. Oh, and by the way, I'm fine with his chest plate now. It doesn't... That seems like... It's fake as shit, but when it's used to look like an armor covering, I accept it more than foam muscle.
Yeah, no, I agree to
It's
that.
kind of like Batman. Like I said, love it or hate it, that stupid costume that we got in our third Batman movie after they got rid of Tim Burton, when all of a sudden he had all the muscles...
Mm-hmm.
That costume is acceptable because the muscles are supposed to be a type of armor. They're not
Right.
him.
Next.
With bat nipples. Oh wait, that was the later movie.
Yeah, that was the fourth, I believe.
Fourth or fifth? I can't. Yeah.
I think there were only 4 of them back then before we closed it out. Wait. There was the first one, the second one, the third one gave us Robin, the fourth one started with Robin. So yeah, it was only 4.
Next.
Are you sure? Because I thought the third one was Val Kilmer, and then the next one gave us Robin, and then because after that, then the fifth one.
No, the first one, Joker's the bad guy.
Yeah.
The second one, Catwoman and Penguin are the bad guy.
Yeah.
The third one is
Enigma and Two-Face.
Yeah.
yes, and then the fourth one
Was the whole Bane freeze.
is the Bane freeze thing. So there's only 4 of them.
You're right. Okay.
Look, we're trying.
We're trying to piece out
Next.
fucking something else that's more enticing than this.
And even that's awful, to be fair. What we're talking about is
Yeah,
awful.
no shit.
Next.
Ass!
Next. Okay.
Brown.
So what kind of brown are we giving this brown?
I just gave my score. Ass. 2.
Actually, technically, ass would be 4.55.
No.
calculator humor.
No, it wouldn't. Wouldn't it be 1A? Isn't that 1?
4.
Like on the old phone. The old phones is like...
Well, technically, yes. On the old phones, if we did it text format, it will be...
So what is S?
1. Okay,
Do you
S
remember?
was 8.
8? So I have
Hold on.
1.88. That's it. Yeah, I'm going with that. Ass.
I'm going 2.2.
ASS score 1.88.
Hold on. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P,
He's gonna go
Q, R, S. Yeah, no, you're right. It would have been 8. Yeah, no, you're right. You're right.
That's my score.
Okay, so yeah, 1.88. That's ass.
I just discovered what the score for ass is. Now I can literally give that as a score from now on.
And of course, we're gonna forget by the next filming weekend. You're gonna be like, "Give that man ass," and I'm gonna be like, "Fuck, what? How do you score?" And you'll be like, 1.8. I'll be like, "You son of a bitch." That's right.
Oh, shit, that's great.
You know what? Fuck it. No, I can't hate too much. He's still at a 3. He looks even compared. You know what? No, I take it back. I'm giving him a 3.4 because at least it's not foam fake shit muscles. They're actual plates. So we divide that by the 3. That is a 2.49.
Next up is Kabuki?
Yeah, it's a Kabuki.
Yeah.
Kamen Rider Kabuki.
Hey, remember we were just talking about Two-Face?
Next.
Epic foreshadowing, apparently.
These guys. Fucking Ninja Gaiden has already killed you. Just move the fuck on with you.
Next.
I have a single shoulder spike that's big because I'm edgy cool.
Next.
Because technically my shoulder pauldrons are faces.
And once again, just to verify, fans and dumb shit, I think is one shoulder spike, one horn is dumb, but I like Spawn's big red one boot. See? We'll dog something, and then the same thing on another material will be like, that's cool.
Because it's all a matter of how it's done. Like the green and red, this dude is basically Christmas colors. And the fact that he's trying to be super edgy with the fucking the little bits of extra that like the rib covers that literally looks like, I don't know, his exposed ribs if he were like a dead zombie in
I don't hate the fact
Final Fantasy.
I don't hate the fact he's got like samurai armor down here on his bottom. Like that's better than what we've been seeing.
Right.
Color scheme could use some work. You know what else they remind me of? Just hit me. They kind of feel like Onimusha villains.
Yeah. Yeah. In which case, an Onimusha, that wouldn't be terrible.
Yeah.
And the pauldrons in that's kind of reminding me of like what is it? The Dark Knight Cecil in that Final Fantasy game I've been playing on my phone.
Next.
Are you playing Final Fantasy IV or something?
It's that that Dissidia thing that they came out with.
Okay,
like the,
yeah,
the
yeah.
3-man
Sword.
team.
I would have to re-download that. I kind of left it because I was playing that KOTOR, and KOTOR on your phone takes like 3 gigs.
I thought it was like only 2, but
it's
yeah, no,
hardcore.
you're right. It's still damn near.
Well, okay, KOTOR on your phone takes like 2.4. I modded the KOTOR on my phone.
Fair enough. Okay, yes, that would explain.
I was up to like 3.6.
That's like me if I were to drag my laptop over the KOTOR on my laptop. I did mod a couple of those.
Yep.
I can't remember which one I did. I either modded part 1 or I modded part 2.
I modded part 2 because part 2 actually works, and because there's a there's a really cool mod called Bastula, where it changes certain parts of the storyline, and you get to wake up as Bastula and rediscover why you were left that way. Which then gets really, really crazy. They had to replace Bastula in the game in order to make that work, though.
Right. Although, actually, I take that back. No, I think I'm only playing KOTOR 1 because I went to go get I got both KOTOR 1 and KOTOR 2, but technically I've never beaten part 1. Like, I got to a specific point in 1 and then just said, fuck it, and stopped playing.
Can you tell how much I care about this guy, by the way?
Yeah,
I was going to say...
You should have nexted like an hour and a half ago.
You're in command of the episode. It's up to
No,
you
I
to
was waiting for something about his sword, but no, everyone's like, no, let's talk about KOTOR.
What do you want to
It's
talk
a
about?
sword.
It's a fucking
It's a
sword.
fucking
What's
katana. Woo.
Yeah, there's
Fine,
nothing
fuck it.
special
Next.
about it.
It's like a billion other
Tonfa
katanas.
sticks.
Yeah.
Next. Done. There.
This guy sucks.
Yeah.
He's okay at best. 3.2.
I did 3. Whatever.
3.
I think that's Katamiki, what you're about to go on to.
So 3.07. Yeah, these guys have not been that impressive.
Okay, I'm going to admit something. I like the dumb, throwy, circly weapons.
Yeah, God, yeah.
Only because of video games. In reality, those are dumb. But in video games, those are always the beastest fucking weapons ever. Like in a Dynasty Warriors game, where you throw them and they go in circles and shit, and then they come back to you.
If they change them up a bit, because, I mean, don't get me wrong, that kind of reminds me of
Oh, what's going on with this big-ass head?
Voldo's kind of weapons.
I didn't notice his big-ass head till just now. I was looking at the weapons.
Next.
Donatello has a weapon kind of like that, too. In the books, Donatello has a giant throwing star that he can wear on his back.
Yep.
Oh, wait. Are those his weapons that actually function as shoulder pads?
Yeah.
Because that is actually kind of practical and neat.
Yeah, yeah.
I like that the weapon is on him in a holster area and he can utilize it.
Next.
Is it a dragon or a whale or what is it on his head? Is it a fish? Giant catfish thing?
Yeah, it might be like the world catfish type of thing.
Next.
I don't know. Zoom in on the actual guy.
That's what I'm trying to do here.
Yeah, it's definitely a fish because the top is a tail.
Yeah, okay. So we've got fish head. Okay. I suppose. And, okay, I'm finally fine with his booby armor because it's not belts.
Zoom in on that bike.
On the bike? I was going to zoom in on the guy.
Where's the bike?
Right there in the center?
That?
No, not his dick. Go to the left. There you go. Up. There you go.
That's not a bike. That's him fighting two guys.
Yeah,
oh, yeah, no, you're right.
I was like, what the shit?
It looked like a bike because of the fucking circle blade weapons. I was like, hold on. Zoom in on that. I want to see that. But yeah, because the way that the other dude's standing, it looked like he was trying to bust a wheelie on the beach.
Yeah,
I was like, what are you doing?
Both me and Scott were like, what bike? And then he was like, is it like over here? And you're like, not his dick.
Well, he had the little hand cursor on his nuts. I was like, no.
Oh,
okay, but
shit.
yeah, you zoom in on the guy or whatever if you wanted. Yeah,
Bottom corner.
Now that I don't feel, or now that I feel kind of dumb, but mostly because I just wasn't paying attention. I was like, wait, what?
Next. Okay.
Oh, that guy's done? Okay. Yep. You know, small gripe, he could have benefit from boots instead of weird tennis shoe things.
Yeah, it's kind of true.
And I'm just talking where those ankles are right there. If those would be up a little higher to be like armor boots, that probably could have helped him a little more.
3.
I don't know. I kind of liked him and the fucking symbolism he had. Like I said, like the catfish on his head is supposed to be like the world catfish type of thing. You know, again, like Bill said, the fact that his shoulder pauldrons are his actual weapons. So that could help him in a fight where he could literally be punching somebody and then go to hit, and he could literally turn and, like, cut them as they basically bounce off his weapon. Like,
I think I've moved back up to 3.7. I like, he's got a lot of the same problems the other guys do, but he feels samurai, and samurai doesn't feel forced.
right. Yeah. No, I'm giving him a 3.8, so altogether he's at a 3.5.
Nishiki, maybe? I believe that's Nishiki.
No, not that. Nishiki. And...
Oh my!
Huh.
What is that weapon called? I can't remember what that weapon is called.
I want to say it's a segmented staff.
It's just a very simple name, possibly?
Yes.
I'm probably
There's probably a very
over-exaggerating it.
specific name for it, like a very specific word, but basically it's just kind of a segmented staff.
Those things are a good way to knock your own ass out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're wielding gigantic nunchucks at that point.
And he looks like a tiger.
Yeah.
Yep, yeah, I could see that.
Next.
Oh,
Yeah.
wait, in fact, his shoulder pads are,
Cat claws.
yeah, they're cat
Yeah.
claws.
Yeah, I want to say that this is a reference to some Jet Li movie type of thing. God, what was the name of that movie?
Yeah,
So
I don't
wanna
know
say
that.
There was a Jet Li movie. I'm almost certain it was a Jet Li anyway, but there was a kung fu movie where there was a guy who literally his main fighting style was like Tiger Claw, and literally he uses that weapon exactly.
Next.
Like, I'm almost certain there's some action movie where like this is almost a joke on that.
I don't know. Every time I see these guys' helmets, I think like big giant. It's either Predator or like bad guys in Masters of the Universe or something. Like just.
Next.
I don't know.
Chibi picture.
Is that dude about to ring the dinner bell? Is that what's going on right here?
Sure, why not? Next. Figure.
There you go. There's your crappy toy, Bill.
Oh my god, that is a crappy toy though. I mean, not that it's bad necessarily, but his legs don't move. That's one of those really cheap toys.
But that's like one of those Ranger toys that we got, only luckily it
Exactly.
looks like his torso can actually move.
But only left and right.
Looks like arms, head, and waist. That's it.
Yep.
Yep.
Next.
Which means he could throw
Which
a mean
means our
punch.
Ninja Turtle toys had more movement than that guy did. Where are you?
I don't know, because technically, I mean, he is back to the foam muscles now that I'm looking at him. So, I don't know. It's not a terrible design. Like I said, it's just the thing that drives me nuts is, once again, the fake foam muscles.
You notice that now that we're leaving and moving into kind of like an animal theme nature, it's not
as bad.
all of a sudden it's easier to digest than rock and roll metal,
heavy
metal
yeah.
guy.
Like, and not even like heavy metal like the genre, like heavy metal like the movies.
Right.
Where it's all acid trippy and that, yeah. But either way, I'm at about a 3.4.
3.5.
Yeah, that's fine. 3.4. Yeah. He's okay.
3.43, moving on.
Okay, Sabaki?
Yeah, I think that's right.
Why does that name sound familiar?
Back to this shit again.
Yep. Yeah, we're back to this shit again.
Back to his arm belts and wrist belts and fucking ankle belts and belt and face belts and...
And next.
Yeah.
He kind of looks like Judge Dredd. Like, literally, he looks like Japan's version of Judge Dredd.
And Judge Dredd is from that exact time I'm talking about, with
Yeah.
pockets and belts and edgy for the sake of forced edginess.
Yeah, it's true.
Next.
Although, don't get me wrong, I think the helmet is more reminding me of like the new Judge Dredd. Or at least, thank God, we got Bones to be Judge Dredd.
Right.
Because at least he's doing damn good when it comes to his
I wonder how hard
movies.
that is to do. And like, if you had to cosplay this dude, his hands look like a problem. Like, sure, for the sake...
No. His hands look like the exact same hand prop that they used in Beetlejuice for the shrimp hands to come up and grab everybody by the face and pull them back in and shove them across the room.
I just wonder how much of a pain in the ass to wear those gloves and have to do anything except for a fight scene is. Like if they ask you to pick something up or move something, or you know what I'm getting at? Kind of like when you wear gloves that are too big for your hands and you're trying to do something.
Oh, you mean like when you wear your actual heavy, like, winter snow gloves to go do shit? Yeah.
Next.
Yeah, that's why I literally had to get mine where they've got, like, the leather on them, so that way then they actually have a grip.
All right, I'm going to give this guy one thing. I'm going to give this entire show, I'm going to give one thing. If they have a crossover, because these seems like guitars, trumpets, flutes, all kinds of crazy shit. If these guys have a crossover with Android Kakiter, that's cool. And it would work. Because Android Kakiter was a crazy super Mega Man robot guitar playing cool guy.
Next.
You know what wouldn't surprise me is if, like, Kakiter and this set of, like, guys from a writer, if, like, they're the main inspiration behind, like, Daft Punk.
Next. Chibi guy.
Big head motherfucker.
Next.
What the fuck is happening right there?
One of the video games, probably.
Yeah, I think this
Because
is
that
like,
looks like shitty PlayStation 2 graphics.
You know, okay.
I'm talking early PlayStation 2. Cause
I was going to say either that or early PS3, but
no, I would say probably early PS1.
I have seen some awful PlayStation 3, but I think I would reference that in PlayStation 2 era.
Yeah, that's either early PS2 or that's like
only because of the way the circles are still kind of I don't know
polygonal.
Yeah.
Hell, I'd almost put that in late N64 era.
Then again, I've seen PlayStation 1 games like Evil Zone that do very, very good circles.
Yeah, it's true. So yeah, maybe this is more N64 era.
next.
I mean, again, that would still put it like early life of PS1, but still.
All right. So score him.
Is he supposed to be a stingray? Because now I'm starting to notice animals creeping in, and I'm trying to figure out, is he just, like I said, it feels like that forced cool heavy metal thing, but maybe there is something behind him. But I can't figure, just something seems so forced about him. Whatever, give that man a 3.3. Yeah, whatever.
3.3.
Oh, hey, look, I don't even have to do the math. We're in agreement. 3.3.
All right.
And either way, I think it's the second guy from the top is still winning.
Shoduki?
Shoki.
Yeah, that's either Shoki or that's Shauki or Shoki.
Watch, we're wrong. It's Shuki.
Yeah, no shit.
Shuki.
Okay, you calm the fuck down, Wolverine.
Yeah, now there's your Wolverine. This is Wolverine meets the Shredder meets War Machine.
Meets 1990s Klingons. Hey, there we go. That's what I'm
look.
talking about. Remember in the Next Generation when we got Klingons and they were all like big, bulky, giant leather, edgy for the sake of we need edgy, cool-looking guys?
Next. Oh, that didn't really help.
That better not be his actor in the bottom corner, because, oh my god, no wonder he is edgy for the sake of edgy.
Shit!
Next.
Look, dude, go back to him. That guy looks like the dude from Comic Book Men.
You would.
Doesn't he?
Yeah, he does kind of look like Ming, yeah.
Yeah, chibi Wolverine.
No,
type.
I was thinking the guy that runs the shop.
Yeah, I thought I thought that was Ming.
No, Ming is the guy they always make fun of.
Oh yeah, no, you're right. Shit.
Ming's the little Asian dude. They always
Yeah.
give him shit.
Next. Okay.
What's going on with his face? Like his mask. Is that just the same as it has been, but it's silver, so it's messing with me?
Let's see.
Yeah, I'm almost certain that's exactly what it is. It's the same as it has been. It's just a matter of because there's the silver insets on the
Yeah, I think it's just the
animation.
silver's messing with me.
Yeah.
I thought maybe his mask was different. I think it's still about the same.
So, what's the score for this?
Kamen Rider Wolverine that's not nearly as cool as actual Wolverine, and even in Poopy Brown, he gets a fucking 3. And these guys are really falling into the basic territories now.
Yeah, I agree with that. That's a 3.
Which
Yeah.
that's not bad,
Going
because
3.
the way, when we grade, to say it's basic means it fits Kamen Rider, and the way that this show seems so far, this all seems very basic to the show's design that they were going for.
Yep.
3 doesn't mean that something is bad. 3 is the average for what you expect when you watch this material.
Is this the Shuki that I thought?
Yeah, I believe that's Shuki.
Shuki. Bill, what were you saying about a harp?
Is that a face on his face?
Yeah, that's what I was seeing first. Now he's saying
Yeah, until you just mentioned the harp. The first thing that caught my eye was that awful face on his face.
Yeah.
But you know what that reminds me of? I don't know if you're going to be able to find a picture of this, but try. Try to post a picture of Zetum. Zetum from Iria. That's I-R-A-I. The animation. Iria, the animation, the unkillable creature Zetum.
Okay.
That face thing looks like that.
Next.
Running! Is it a chick? Or is that just like the man skirt thing that we see on samurais?
I don't know. It's hard to tell because with the way that the color scheme is, it already looks like he's wearing a sports bra.
Yeah, that's what I'm having trouble with. Because the harp thing, like I said, there's something feminine about a harp. It could work for a girl.
Next.
That might be a girl.
Yeah.
I don't know, because it's got those abs. That might be a dude.
No, because that's going to be the same leather, faux, foamy muscle crap. So
Right, but because they're giving him the abs...
Yeah. Shit, in the new Power Rangers movie, the chicks had the abs on the suits, too.
They did, didn't they?
No skirts, just abs.
Next.
Not even booby guards.
It is. It's a girl. Okay. Is it? I think it's a girl. Well, win in Bangkok, so one way or another. The harp is not terrible in terms of, okay, this whole design is bad. This character did not come out well. The yellow, the red, the fake abs, they set her apart and given her a feminine design instead of the same thing that looks like the guy's man skirt. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Maybe. But she looks every bit as forced and dumb as the rest of the people in this show. And the harp doesn't help when her character, because of the way these costumes are, she looks like a man.
Next. Oh, just her.
Yeah, just her as opposed to both side by side.
Which is fine.
Yeah.
Next. Chibi.
Yeah, that looks even worse than art
Oh my
form.
God, that is straight up
Next.
awful right there.
Don't worry, the
that's
only
it.
message is Kevin basically saying that him and the old lady got, like, summer colds already.
Okay.
And don't get me wrong, I've had a scratch in the back of my throat for, like a day now. Well, basically since I woke up, so I've just been attributing that to smoking too much.
I'll give her. I'll call this a 3.
Yeah, I agree to that. Bill.
See, that's the creature standing behind Idia.
Yep.
So that's that weird face thing I was talking about. That thing is called the Zetum. But this dumb-looking Zetum lady, she... I don't even think she looks good for this show. She's falling into 2. And not like when I gave that guy the funny score because I was just being
gave him ass.
I was just being fun. That girl legitimately is bad. She gets a 2 because she is legitimately bad.
2.67. Moving on.
Next is Todoroki. Todoroki?
That's what it looks like to me, anyway.
Oh. Another guitar guy.
Next. Bill's over here texting.
It's because I'm trying to get so much stuff done today. Like this is a hellish day for me.
Yeah, him with the guitar.
I'm due to meet for dinner at 6:00, and I still have the tuxedo fitting.
Next.
And it's only 5.
I know.
I guess back to PS2-1 graphics.
I guess I could. Maybe if they're open Sunday, I could push that off and go tomorrow. That would make it a little easier for me.
Yeah, because I know I still got to go on Thursday to go do my.
Makes me curious. I mean, we haven't got to see any of the games. You know what I mean? Like, not really. Yeah. We never really played a Kamen Rider game or anything. Like, you tried that one for Super Nintendo.
Yeah, that one for Super Famicom, so.
And that was about it. That's about our level of experience.
But that one was just a brawler. This looks like it's from that Dynasty Warriors top that they have overseas, so.
Yeah.
Next.
Yeah, but there's no indication. That could be from a crappy. That could be from any kind of game. It could be a cutscene thing. And yes, this guy's trying to rock out.
Next. Wow.
Cool.
Yeah. Got a stage behind him and stuff. Wow.
Party on, Wayne.
Next.
Party on, Darth.
People, it's funny. It makes me wonder how many people discover our show because it's one of their favorite things. This is somebody's rider. You get what I'm getting at? Everybody, like, there are people that love Turbo. There are people that love Zeo. There are people that love Space. You get the idea. And when they find our show, the first thing they're thinking is how we're just going to sit here and fucking gush on it and talk about how cool the show was and all of our memories and shit. Then they get on here and for an hour and a half we just go, this is ass! Look at that dipshit! And we just shit all over what they love.
Shit, we've been doing it since episode 1 of this.
How many people come in and see us as serious? Because I know it happens. When they find our show, they see one episode, they think we're serious, that we're not having fun with the material, and they probably literally go, fuck these guys, and they never come back.
I'm giving this a 2.5.
His Klingon War Sash earns him a 2.5. That's fine.
Nicer. He's getting a 2.6 out of me. So then we divide by the thing and 2.53.
It's Toki, I believe.
Toki? Click this, click that, and
oh my fucking god.
When did we get back over to wow, you literally, the more I look at this, the more it kills my brain.
Remember the foam muscle thing we just got mad about? The awful foam muscles that we were literally like
yeah,
this.
I know. That's why the more I look at this, the worse it gets, considering the fact that he's literally running around in a samurai Speedo. And the Odeon Club from Kyureja looks even more ridiculous now that I realize that all they did is walked over to Kamen Rider set and picked it up and said, here's your Megazord weapon.
Oh my god, with this guy.
The mask is so ridiculous, like what the... And then the fact that it looks like he's got boobs bigger than me.
I was going to say.
Which I have boobs bigger than half the crew's girlfriends, wives, and fiancés and whatever.
I'm such a beefcake, I can't even fit through the door.
I'd call that a next. Oh.
Like, what?
The figure does not help.
Yeah, the figure isn't helping him. I'm so massive, my pec covers don't cover my pecs.
Next.
Wow.
Is his
man.
weapon face palming him?
This
No.
dude, remember how we were
It
making
just
jokes
looks
about
like it.
Cyclops? This dude did skip leg day,
Yeah.
but he never missed pec day ever. Pec and arm day, those were the days. But they said, hey man, maybe we should do some presses. No, I'm not into that.
Next.
Want to bust out some squats? No, I'm not feeling that either.
Oh.
Hey, look, a 3D model like people have tried to do with
So
some of the
it's,
Megazords.
is that a dragon or a spike-headed dog?
It's a chupa thingy.
Yeah, okay, I'll go with that. Yep, I'm fine with that. Chupa thingy.
Chupa thing.
Stop making up animals.
What about a unicorn? There you go. That's another thing. Next. Okay. Done with the chooper thingy.
Listen,
You better agree with me on my score.
every now and then, I have to apologize quickly. That girl is no longer the worst thing I have witnessed from this show. She has now become more acceptable, and this guy is, and I quote, ass!
Oh, good. You're agreeing with my score. 1.88. Scott, give him ass.
Give him ass! Yeah, Scott, give him ass!
Give him ass for the score. Score his ass.
I'm going ass on top of face palm because of this face palming weapon.
Okay, so
shit.
what is face palm?
says give him ass.
But still ass.
FACE. There it is. PALM. So Scott gave him a 1.8832236245. I think is
Jeez.
correct. So we do that, then we divide by the 3. This man is a 1.8810745415. So he's ass.
And if it wasn't for the ass joke, he would have got a worse score.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that motherfucker would have just got a 1
He
from
was
me.
literally saved by the fact that we're having fun.
Yeah, exactly.
Kamen Rider Toki.
Kind of like the other guy was hurt by the fact that we were having fun.
Yeah.
Oh, more of the same. Man, after seeing that last guy, this guy looks downright fucking normal.
I want to know where in the Gremlins 2 movie did they get a Kamen Rider outfit?
They fed him after midnight.
Let's find out. Next.
Fucking.
Where in the Gremlins movie did the Gremlin get a Kamen Rider outfit and a stupid-looking gun that's probably some dumb musical instrument?
It is.
Seth?
It is. It very much is.
Yeah,
It's
I know,
the
I'm
new
trying to
day.
figure out
Is it a fucking sniper trumpet?
Yeah, it is. It's a sniper trombone. Yeah, it's a new day. Yes, it is.
And that's it.
Man, I've gotten a lot of use out of this tonight, but poop ass from a distance.
So is that your score? Is ass from a distance?
That's
gonna take a while to
ass from a
figure out.
distance.
I'm sticking with ass.
From a distance. That's a sniper trumpet.
Hold on, let me. R O M A D. Up, maximum numbers. So before I hit the max numbers, that is 1.8837.
At least this episode did become enjoyable somehow.
Somehow we found a way to have fun with turds.
Oh, shit.
Oh,
Okay.
crap. That man's a 1.5. So he's worse than ass.
Okay.
Because he's from a distance.
Kamen Rider.
1.75. Moving on.
Kamen Rider Zanki.
Yeah, I believe
Sankey?
that's... Yeah. Oh, man.
Okay.
A sentence I haven't said in a while. My face hurts from the smiling.
No shit.
Looks like some gold edging.
Yeah. Otherwise, he's pretty much all the same
Yeah.
that we've already seen.
Next.
More of the same, rather. That once again, he's got his mighty axe weapon.
Next.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's still wanting to ask you a question.
Yep.
Yeah.
Next. Next. Okay.
Yeah, that guy goes back to... It's more the
whatever
same.
he
He's
was
3.
before, who cares?
Yep.
Let's just assume ass.
Yeah, let's just assume ass.
I was
So
just...
1.88.
So transform Akira?
Yeah.
Oh. Completed Oni.
Oni, huh? You better impress the shit out of me.
It says completed Oni, but let's see if it is.
Okay.
It must be a figure thing.
All right. Well, let's hold off. Let's not even worry about scoring him. He's just neat to put in the show. Let's move to the next.
Okay, the next one was incomplete.
Incomplete. That's fine. Let's see what he was before they finished him off. Then.
And before they killed him?
Eh.
Okay, never mind. Dude, for a second, I thought he was standing with his hand on his hip with his... That's what I thought he was doing.
Oh, you thought he was pulling a balance?
Yes. But he's not, so, okay.
Yeah, he looks like he's doing the bro thing where, like, you get up behind somebody when they're bending over and pretend to, like, hump them.
He's still, whatever. Don't care. Don't even know if he's worth scoring.
Yeah, I'm gonna say
We had
it's not
one
worth
picture.
scoring.
He's in the show. He's lucky he made it in the show.
Alright, so that takes care of
Basically, he looks more like Spawn from, like, the actual live-action movie for the costume.
Transform
I think it's Is it Kausuke?
Kazuki. Oh, we got 4 pictures, so maybe this will be something. Maybe.
Meh.
Yeah, he's silver.
Yeah. Next.
I mean, I guess it helps him stand out, and the silver kind of gives him a Guyver look.
Yeah, I'll agree to that.
That's kind of cool.
Next.
Now he looks like Guyver He-Man, though.
Ew.
So, I mean,
This image did not help.
no. But that's just shitty camera quality is all.
Yeah.
And the angle.
Yeah.
Next. And figure.
Okay,
Yeah.
the figure actually looks pretty fucking sweet, though. And I think it's because that's one of the super detailed ones. Like, actually, the
Also,
way
he's not as bright.
Yeah.
That helps. They tone his color down a bit. It helps.
Next.
Although, don't get me wrong, the fucking purple face on the toy makes it look like, for anybody who remembers the old Ghost Rider show, it looks like that stupid bubblegum monster thing that they were dealing with at, like, the end of the series.
I'm fine
Oh,
with
yeah,
this
now you gotta find that
silverness.
photo, don't you?
No, I remember the series, but I don't remember the bubblegum monster exactly.
It basically was like a purple. It was like a mix between like Grimace from Ronald McDonald and like fucking a Chucky doll. Like they even tried to light the motherfucker on fire in the barbecue grill at one point in time. Like it was that ridiculous.
That guy's fine. He's like 3.4 again. He's. I like the making him silver gave him a Guyver-like feature, which made me appreciate him a little more than the common black edgy thing.
Yeah.
I'll go 3.3.
I'm going to be kind to this guy. He's getting a 3.7. So, no, not times, divide. Okay. 3.47.
All right,
So
into the
either way,
show.
The winner was Donkey or whatever.
Let's check out our
Group
into the
pictures.
show stuff.
There you are, Scotty.
Okay. Look, it's their band.
Yep.
Yay, their band.
Ass.
Next.
Technically, if I was going to keep with that Game Grumps joke, should have gone for another hour.
Some of the animal things.
It's whatever.
Yeah, it's whatever.
It's fucking Birdman again.
Next.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm guessing they're facing off against the animals, so
I guess.
next.
What the fuck?
Sir, I don't know if you know this, but your nuts almost got stabbed off.
Yeah.
Next.
I suppose, whatever.
Next. Wonder Twin Powers deactivate.
No, they deactivated long ago.
Yeah.
Back when we saw the first guy.
Yep.
Next.
Okay,
That's
is
kinda
pretty
cool.
sweet.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
See,
And who knows, maybe, even though the design I still feel like falls into that category, it's forced, maybe the show in general has a theme that works for that design and is probably pretty cool. Now, here's the only problem. Being that it's Japanese, its design is like very hardcore Kiss metal, Billy Idol punk wave type of thing, and none of those references are going to be in that show. It's going to be the stuff that they reference.
Yep.
Next.
Oh, that fucking guy on the old guy is so dumb.
Well.
Okay, let's go from left to right. Dumb. All right. Fairly okay. Meh. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Next.
Oh my God, no! Go back.
Oh.
Hold on, go back real quick. I just realized the tiger guy. It's Bill's favorite character. It's the original Wolverine colors from Australia. He's Australian Wolverine, mate.
All
Okay,
right.
now next. Now that I've got Bill looking like motherfucker. Yeah, edgy for the sake of edgy. So,
Yeah.
meh for the entire group.
So
I
now
mean, you could just look at him and tell. Like, this just...
Yeah.
There's something very fucking forced about the imagery at large. Like...
Especially Japanese Wolverine Kamen Rider there next to the end.
So now we are into versus.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
We haven't
Rangers.
had to do one of these in forever.
I'm Rangers 100% on this one. This was
Yeah.
this was the Deca Ranger versus
Yeah.
Hibiki.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think Rangers got
Rangers
this
win.
easily.
Yeah. Well,
And they're not even one of my favorite costumes, but yeah, just I will say this though. The Deca Rangers, their design is not bad. It's one of those designs that at first I don't think I gave it that great of a score when we reviewed it.
Right.
But that design has grown on me as I've watched Ranger shows. Because, like I said, seeing things in motion changes the way you view these. And our whole thing here on this show is before we ever see it in motion, before we ever know the story, we review the aesthetics. then, later on, when we see it, our attitudes can change. Kind of like how my attitude changed dramatically. I don't like the fucking cars thing. Mm-hmm. But that Turbo Ranger Zord is fucking broken and awesome. It looks really good and works in motion in a way that most of the Zords don't.
Well, of course it works in motion. It causes me to kick Scotty in the back of the head while I'm fucking having a seizure, while he's puking his guts out.
So
but,
the Rangers...
Yeah, I think those Rangers, I've gotten to a point now where I like them more and more the more I see those suits. So these guys wouldn't have had a chance, even if they were cool, because especially, and I know this isn't fair, but now that I'm reading the comic book and Shattered Grid is taking place, and the Deca Rangers fought Lord Drekken, that was really cool, and they beat him. They pushed him back through his portal, told his ass to go the fuck home.
So Deca Ranger won this one. So the next versus, Magic.
Ooh. Magic versus Heavy Metal.
You know, now that I'm looking at these two images side by side, Magi Ranger and Hibiki, these guys probably could have had a cool-looking crossover.
Yeah.
There's something about these two guys that look like their shows would have melded pretty seamlessly.
Probably because, again, heavy metal and usually fantasy worlds go together. That's the reason why you always want a bard in D&D. Gives an excuse to turn on the Zeppelin.
Because, yeah, I don't know what it is. And maybe it's also, now that I'm looking at it, look at this fucking guy back here.
Yep.
And the way that these guys, that's very familiar to the show. And I guess they were happening around the same time because right here we're doing the verses. That's tough.
You want to know what's going to make this even more tougher?
What?
At some point, we might have to go back and make this a three-way dance.
Yeah, it's kind of true.
With Ultramen.
Oh, you know, I hadn't even considered it because the Ultraman stuff is going to be brought in. When we finally start talking about them, they're going to, and the dates start coinciding, we're going to have more verses on that level too, aren't we?
Yeah, it's going to be, like I said.
Now,
you know what I'm looking forward to, though? Something, now, the way our show is, it's real hard to guarantee any kind of time on this, but something I'm looking forward to is when our show starts covering villains, and we get to say, who had the cooler villain? We're saying who has the cooler hero, look-wise.
Yeah.
Who had the cooler villain? That's going to be an interesting debate when we get there.
Yep.
That's going to be interesting, especially compared to the American Power Rangers compared to the Japanese.
Yeah, well, look, if we go...
I was thinking...
Rangers versus Sentai, hands down, every fucking time it's going to be Sentai. And the reason... Well, almost every time.
Because I'm serious, dude. Lord Zed, he's cooler than Bandora.
Yeah.
Looks, aesthetic.
And Zed wasn't in the Sentai.
And Zed is not a Sentai thing. So there are times that we've created villains that do work and are really cool looking.
Right.
So that will be an interesting debate, but I'm interested to see how the villains of a series stack up against the villains of a series.
However, I have to piss. So, I'm going to make this one really super fun. Kamen Rider wins it, and I know one of you motherfuckers is going to pick Sentai. Somebody's got to be a tiebreaker.
I think I'm going Magi. These are another set of suits that the more I see them, the more I enjoy them. It's weird how this happens over time, and it does. It's something about fandom. Sometimes you might not like an aspect. Like, I did not like the, I didn't like the Amazing Spider-Man costume when I first seen it.
You mean the movie?
Yes, I did not care for it.
I was the same way.
And slowly but surely as I watched the movie, that costume became more acceptable, and I'm fine with it now. And these guys are kind of the same. Back when I was a kid and I saw the Magi Rangers, I was like, oh, no. But as time has gone on, they don't look that bad. They stand out from the rest of the pack. They're pretty cool. They have the capes. Their helmets are really nice. compared to some of the other helmets we've seen?
Actually, I'm going Sentai.
Yeah? Okay.
Yeah.
So
Even though I
Sentai-
hated the whole magic introducing into Power Rangers and stuff when the Power Rangers Mystic Quest or whatever it was called here in America, it's like
I think it was Mystic Force here in
yeah,
America.
but still, it's like the costume design I do like better on the Magi Rangers. So,
Yeah. Okay. Was that everything?
I think
yeah.
so.
Okay, yeah, there we are.
Whoa, time out.
Oh, there
Hey,
you go.
look,
Oh, we
now,
left.
now your laptop's not
Yeah.
being 1.88. By the way, I guess that's a new T-shirt.
So, okay, we are way busier than we expected, and this episode turned out to be way bigger than we expected. So, normally we do 2 episodes, they're usually about an hour apiece. So today, you guys got a 2-hour big long episode, and right now it's crazy. We're missing people. There's a lot of work stuff going on. There's changing schedules.
There's
and-
wedding to gain ready for. And
Yep, there's the
Yeah.
wedding we've been getting ready for. There's just a lot of stuff on our plate, and we're trying to keep episodes moving, but we are going to have to skip one Wednesday. So this episode was way longer than normal. Hopefully that tied you over. We got to skip a Wednesday because I have a pre-wedding party today. We don't have Shane for any episodes. For I don't know. I can't guarantee anything. I'm getting forced every weekend. Hopefully that doesn't become too big of an issue. I should still be able to make it. But Shane is a second shifter. He gets screwed, and there's no telling what's about to happen with the schedule change, like with Scott and different things like that. Because his job is about to go through a change because he has the summer breaks and things because he works janitorial work at a school and whatnot. So like there's a lot of things happening in the background, and this is a small peek behind the curtain as to why we have to skip a Wednesday.
and to let
I'm
the people
the only one without a schedule change, other than the fact of the day I finally break down and stand up from my desk at work and go, "Fuck all of you!" and start.
Y'all
breaking
can suck a
shit.
1.88.
and to let some people know.
No,
if
that would be
if this,
a 2.
Kiss my 1.88.
Yeah,
my
kiss
big
my
fat white 1.88.
Yeah, there you go.
If
Because
this-
if it's suck my, it would be suck my 4 point.
Oh no.
4 point.
Look at how he's trying to do it in his head.
4.52. Yeah. No. 3.52.
He's trying.
Damn it. 3.524, I think?
Are you trying to T9 right now?
Yes, I'm trying to T9
One
right
is,
now. My brain's not working.
One is C, isn't it?
but
AB, no. Because 1 was always like, yeah, 1 is nothing. So 2 is
Okay.
ABC, then 3 is D, E, and F. So technically it's a 3 point. So yeah, I'm wrong. So yeah, ABC.
So anyways,
D, F,
what's up?
Anyway.
I was going to say if the video of this itself doesn't go up this coming Wednesday, it'll be up the next Wednesday because of how long it is. So
All right, that's fine.
yeah,
Okay.
Yeah, because it's going to take a while to edit.
yeah.
Hey guys, did you like that podcast? If so, remember to check out fandomnight.com. At fandomnight.com, you can drop a line to this show, or you could check out other podcasts as well. We cover all kinds of topics, everything from comic books, wrestling, movies, TV shows, video games, animes, mangas. It's outrageous. We seem to have a podcast for just about everything, and you have access to it just by going over to fandomnight.com. So, check it out, guys. We're going to get out of here.
Disappointment continues.
Disappointed!